Yeah.
I just go.
Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
Um, First off, I want to say my name is Golden Tate, just in case anyone doesn't know. But I'd like to first start off by showing extreme gratitude and being thankful to the Detroit Lions for giving me the opportunity to spend the last 4.5 years in a great organization. I'll be forever grateful for the teammates, the coaches, the community, and what they helped me achieve as a player, as a person, as a Christian. Something I'll never forget, and it'll always be a part of who I am, and what kind of got me to this day. Now moving forward, I'm extremely excited to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I've followed this organization for years now. I've seen this organization through some ups and downs. I've seen this organization win a Super Bowl that, I was rooting for you all last year, and it's an extreme blessing and a dream come true to be a part of such a amazing organization. I'm excited for at least these next 8 games to, show who I am as a person, as a player, and most importantly, just help this organization win. I love where this organization is and where it's heading, the pieces that they have. I've had the chance to spend some time with all of our coaches, and also want to say thank you to Howie and Jeffrey and Coach Peterson for giving me this opportunity to be here. But it's kind of been a crazy last day and a half, as you can imagine. One moment I was leaving a doctor's appointment, the next moment I was a Philadelphia Eagle. Definitely did not see it coming. But again, I can't even put into words how excited I am to be a part of such a strong, passionate fan base. And that's just talking about all the sports. And again, my goal is to help us win every single game. And my job is going to come in here and work hard, be accountable, help the people around me become better people, better players, and just win a bunch of ball games. I love the schedule that we have coming up. I think there's an incredible opportunity to do some special things, and I'm just thankful to be a part of that. So thank you, and I hope you all accept me, and I can promise you this, that I will work hard, very, very hard to help this organization win.
What was your initial reaction when you got the data?
My mouth kind of dropped a little bit. I'd read all the articles. I talked to my agent several times, and I think I found out before my agent did. It was a shock. It kind of was information overload, although there was only 2 minutes of talking, but it kind of threw me off. Days before I thought about, what if I went, wherever it may be. I mean, I heard from the Browns, I heard the Eagles, I heard the Patriots. What if I go to one of these places and, realistically, my brain didn't wrap around it until it actually happened. So here I am, and I'm as happy as can be, and I know my family's excited to get out here.
Before coming here to Philly, from the outside perspective, what was your notion of what the Philadelphia Eagles culture was?
I always knew that Philadelphia, the city, is just super passionate about really everything they do, especially their sports teams. I don't know much about Philly, but I have a feeling I'm going to learn quickly. When this all happened, I was on a flight last night, and I was actually on a flight with probably a dozen people coming from Detroit or coming from London that laid over in Detroit, and it seemed like they accepted me pretty quickly and pretty well. I met one guy that I've told the story probably 8 times already, but he went to the game and cheered loud, and he kept saying hi to everyone. I was like, "How are you pretty popular?" No, I just saw them at the game. So that just speaks volumes of how we travel. And I'm a player that kind of feeds on. I'm an emotional player, very passionate player, and to be a part of a fan base that supports all their sports, that's a good feeling.
still early, but what sense do you have of how you'll fit in this offense and with the other receivers?
You know, it's still early. It's been less than 24 hours at this point, and just meeting with the coaches. I had a chance to meet with Grow and Brew and Coach Peterson, and I want my job is going to be to learn this material and this system as fast as I can, learn my teammates, trying to find a way to bond with these guys pretty quickly because I don't get the off season and the OTAs and all that. I kind of missed all that, so I'm gonna be working hard just to try to fit in. But I want to do whatever's going to help this team win. I'm not coming here demanding anything. I just want to learn it. When opportunity is the ball's in my hand, I want to make a play, and if I can help our young guys, like Nelly and Alshon and the other guys that we have, and anything with technique or knowledge, I'm going to do that. I just want to win. That's why I came here, or that's why they traded me here, and that's why you all accepted me here, and that's just to win games. So I don't know how I'll fit in, but I'm open-minded.
You played with some good quarterbacks in your career. Just from afar, what stands out to you about Carson Wentz over the last few years and this year?
He's a young guy that's just gotten good quick. I've heard already that he has a great demand of the huddle, which is important. A very vocal leader for us, a strong Christian that I absolutely love, and he wants to be great. From the outside in, you can see a guy who can make every throw, who can create some things with his legs, and just needs an opportunity and need some time back there, and he'll make it happen. So I'm excited to be around him and other guys.
Sure, you're getting a crash course offensively already. Have you gotten a feel for how different this offense is, how quickly you could pick it up?
Yeah, it's definitely different from what I was doing in Detroit. But there is some crossover from, when I had Joe Lombardi as the offensive coordinator and at the beginning of my career in Seattle. So there's some things that kind of came back to me relatively quickly. So, I don't know if I really need to learn the entire playbook within, between now and Sunday. I think there's probably some things, some details I need to focus on, but just gonna, thankfully we're on bye week. That I think that helps out tremendously. I have a few days to figure out how to get my family here and get settled in. Otherwise, if it was any other week, I'd be taking physicals today and on the practice field probably right now. So very thankful for that, and yeah.
You mentioned at least the next 8 games. Was there a conversation with Howie and your agent about doing a new contract? Is that something you're interested in, or is that kind of something for the offseason to worry about?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be here for as long as you all will accept me, and I don't know if there's been talks yet. I'm just trying to get settled in and worry about what I can control, and that's the next 8 games for sure. And what I meant by at least 8 games, I kind of plan on going to the playoffs and playing a few more. So that's kind of what I meant. But hopefully it all works out. I want to be here and just know that from day one I'm all in.
How much of a challenge do you think it's going to be to learn a new system in such a short period of time?
Yeah, it's something I haven't experienced. It's going to be tough, but I think I think I can get it done. I think it's going to take a lot of work between the offensive coordinator and my position coach, and just being around the other receivers that kind of help me along, and of course Carson. So I'm just going to work. Once I leave here, I'm going to go try to dive in and study some formations and some different concepts, and just try to watch some film. But I'm going to use these next 3-4 days off as a just to, I guess, in my mind, get ahead.
Detroit is still in a mix in the playoffs. Did you get a sense or an explanation as to why they decided to pull the trigger on a trade?
It's a business, is what I got from it. And that's the only explanation I can give you. I can say this, that I gave it my all in Detroit, on the field, off the field, in the community, to to my teammates, and since yesterday I've gotten a call from Patricia, Bob Quinn, Rod Wood, Matthew Stafford, my entire position room, the trainers, the equipment guys, some of the media there, and everyone said, thank you. We really appreciate you, what you brought to this community, to this team, and that says a lot. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out the way I thought it would, but I'm just here to move forward. I'm excited about an opportunity here, and so I'm trying not to think about the what ifs and just worry about helping the Philadelphia Eagles win a bunch of games.
You've always been able to get a lot of yards after the catch.
Say it one more time.
You've always been able to get a lot of yards after the catch. What's the key to being able to do that?
God's blessed me with some pretty strong legs. I think it dates back to high school. I was a running back in high school, and once I got to college is when I made the transition to wide receiver. And my mom always told me, you can't hit what you can't catch. I don't like to be tackled, and so I just try to fight for every yard. I feel like when I get the ball in my hands, there's a chance that I can break it and take it, take a 5-yard pass, 20 yards, 30 yards, and sometimes 80 yards. And so that's just kind of my mentality, and I think that's one of the things I'm going to bring to this offense, along with other guys like Nelly, who's done a great job at breaking tackles and getting some yards after the catch and making some big plays for us. So.
To get back to this flight, at what point did they realize you were Golden Tate? What was that conversation, if at all?
It was before the doors had closed. I had one guy he had a Spartan hoodie on. He said thank you, and he said the Lions have lost a bunch of fans. And then from then on, I actually sat in the wrong seat on the plane out of just pure excitement, like, what do I do right now? I don't know what's going on. And it was a guy, he worked for the IRS, and he struck up a conversation. He kind of pulled out his phone and kind of looked at his phone and then looked at me, then looked at his phone. Again, I can kind of feel him looking at me, and then he finally struck up a conversation, and we ended up talking the majority of the flight. And what I learned is, I did learn that in Philadelphia, there's a 4% wager tax. And he works at the IRS, so this is legitimate stuff here, folks. And he advised me to fill out the exemption form because I guess half our games are on the road and I shouldn't have to pay it for those. So I've already gotten some great advice.
You mentioned you watched the highs and lows of the franchise. I'm thinking you were on the Lions when Thanksgiving game, I think it was 45-17 or something like that the Lions won.
Yeah.
That wasn't that long ago. You kind of think about everything that's changed in the last couple of years. What kind of lesson is that? Just kind of looking. I mean, the Eagles were at like a real low point in the franchise, and what was just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows a few draft picks here, a few different changes, and things can completely flip around. But one thing that this is a nitty-gritty organization. I can sense that these guys just want to work. There's no doubt we have a bunch of stars on this team, offensively, defensively, and on special teams. And what I've sensed already is that this is a very unselfish organization. And there's only one thing important, and that's winning ball games. And I talked to Zach, and I think he's out of town right now, and he reached out to me and said, hey, look, we got a bunch of guys that make plays, and we don't care where the ball goes. We just want to win. And that's the attitude that I've had for a while. And I just want to help us do that. So.
You got the Cowboys coming up, and you had a really good game against them earlier this season. What worked for you? Why were you so successful against them earlier this season?
Well, that was a few games ago. I've enjoyed playing the Cowboys over my career. I've had a couple good games against them, but I feel like my opportunities have been high when I play the Cowboys, and I just try to make the best of them. We'll see next Sunday what happens.
You've had a lot of success outside and inside this league. Is that versatility, the ability to move all over, do you think, a strength of your game?
Yeah. when I started off in the league, I was primarily a Z receiver, which was an outside receiver. And as of recently, once I moved to Detroit later in my career in Detroit, I kind of became more of a slot guy. I feel like that I can run every route tree well enough to be out there and have confidence in the quarterback and the coach. And, you know, if that's what they want me to do, I'm going to do. If they want me to go down and chip a D in every play, that's what I'm going to do. I want to fit into this organization and just help. But I think I can do a lot of things, and you know, hopefully the coaches feel the same, and Carson and I can get that confidence and that camaraderie, you know, pretty quickly.
As a follow-up to the at least 8 games, the Eagles made this trade because they feel like they're a legitimate contender here. Do you feel like this team can match up with the Rams, the Saints, the top team in the NFC?
Absolutely. I think the sky is the limit for this organization, and just, you know, they just won a Super Bowl. We just won a Super Bowl not even a year ago, so we definitely have the pieces. It's, you know, now is the time to get hot. Going into November with 5 more division games coming up. Right there, I'm not sure where we in our division right now, first or second? Second, right there in the mix. We just need to stay on track. I think that the good teams in this league, they start playing their better football right now, and then once December comes is when they kind of start playing their best football. And from my understanding that this team's had some injuries, and I think we're getting some key guys back here soon, which is just going to help us. And so, you know, hopefully I'm just one of those pieces.
You enjoy having such a unique first name, and how often do you have to explain to people, you know, where it comes from?
I think I kind of grew into it. You can't really be a dull person with the name Golden, I guess. But I'm actually the third, and there's really no super awesome, cool story about it. And I just tell people, I figured somebody was drunk at some point, right? But yeah, it's kind of a struggle when I was younger. It made fun of a lot. Kind of haunts me sometimes. But since then, I've grown into it, embraced it, and I love it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Gold.
Thank you.
All right.